everybody, welcome to Frankly I Don't Give a Fork's channel and this segment of Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition and us world building using Microscope. So we have Miguel, Grimm, Leo, Fran, Melanie, and Daniel here with us again. We got the whole group here. Everybody say hi!
Hi!
So the last 2 times so far we've done this is using the system Microscope. It's a PDF book that you can purchase. I'll be sure to link it in our Discord server. That you actually you start together on as a team building a world and then competitively add changes to it. And it helps storyteller and DMs and GMs build the world for your characters to actually roleplay in. And the last sessions, we were almost completed the timeline for our Vampire the Masquerade world. So we don't know exactly when it starts, but the ancient empire of Atlantis is built, and we are looking to start in either the 80s or the 90s. Players have been putting in little points of history nuggets to introduce their characters. So you'll find that there are people that have started a circus ring, or they've have a wrestling ring going on, or some little nuggets of history for their characters, which is fantastic, just so the world is more enveloped to their characters. I'm not going to read the entire all 39 points that we have put into it. We will have this posted in our Discord, so you guys can go and look at it. It's a document that we have. But our goal is to get to 50 points of history. And then where we start the competitive part of tearing this apart and changing it up. So, I don't know who started last, so I'd say we start at the top of the order. So Melanie, what Melanie will be doing is she can either edit and add a change. One sec, Daniel.
I have a question.
Yes.
I can't find the document.
Should be in the links to games. It's like the last thing on the links to games.
If you go to your drive and click on shared with me, you should be able to see it.
So, for all of our watchers who don't know, Daniel is the definition of a dumb smart person. There we go.
It's okay. We love you for it.
Thank you. Because I thought I had found it, but it was actually the Welcome to Masquerade 5th edition quick sheet. I was like, oh wait.
No, I did that too. I did that exact thing.
And I got super.
I clicked on it and I was like, wait, this is not what I'm looking for.
That's the thing. Like, I got super excited because I was like, I didn't have to ask anybody. I found it. I'm like, yeah. And I clicked. I'm like, that's not it. It's like, fuck, that's not it. I started looking for it, and I'm just there like, I can't find it now. Fuck.
So in character speak, Daniel's player character, has had like no points in things for electronics at all. He's still stuck in the Dark Ages.
The PC of Daniel
is actually a fault.
We still write letters where I'm from. You young people with all of your text messaging and
what we do in the shadows.
That's true.
It's so frustrating because I got my internet to work on my iPad, but not my own computer.
Wow. So Melanie is going to take us off. She can either put in an edit and add an event, or she can just do an event. And that's basically, we've just been marking off for don't forget to put your name, and if you edit it, just put in edit. But yeah, take us away, Melanie.
Okay. For our viewers, FYI, I know that M just said that we are going to post this when we are finished, but I just took screenshots of what we've got so far, and I posted it in our Discord in the audience chat.
Oh, you're awesome.
So if you guys want to get on there, that way you can, peruse it and see what we've got so far, and then we'll try to post the finished version when it's finished. Man, I have to...
I can spell amazing.
You had a busy... I am amazing, thank you.
You also have a really big head now.
I am amazing, and I am corny, so I appreciate that spelling of amazing.
I forgot I made a doomsday prophecy.
Yes.
Oh, you did. The funny thing is...
things that break history. I'm like, I don't think about
and
how
Leo destroyed the world.
I kind of tried in one of them.
Yeah,
you know what?
Daniel had to come in and was like, oh, I'm fixing the world, so we're not...
Okay, wait a second. Because Wagner lives in Europe, so he would like to be able to, not die in Europe.
We're all going to be living in Europe.
Die again.
Nobody should be living in Europe unless you're super cool. Or super hot with radiation.
I'm glowing.
Right.
With my one charisma, I'm glowing.
Glowing because of all this radioactivity.
I was going to say radiant with isotopes.
Oh, before you continue on, Melanie, if the audience members, if you got a few people watching at home, if you have any ideas, please suggest them. We may just use them. Grammel has been throwing up a lot of ideas, horrible ideas about children in arcades. So,
Oh,
Hey,
Grandma around? Say hi.
those ideas fed perfectly into some things that we already had, and they were really great to bounce off of too.
Yes.
And yes,
Hello again.
hello, Grandma.
Grandma.
Grandma is
Hey, Grandma.
here.
so yeah,
Grandma,
definitely feel
allora.
free to throw up your ideas, and we will take them into consideration.
Yes.
Buongiorno,
I say that
Mr.
as if
Grandma.
we did not implement every idea that Grandma had.
Yes, this is true. We still have to find a home for the arcades, which
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I
That's
think
what the 80s are for.
I was gonna say,
somebody
it's in the
started
present
to look
now,
up
right?
the year for that and got distracted, which
that sounds
It's
very
does not
on
describe
brand
any
for
of us. I don't know who would do that.
Something to do right now.
Oh
Stay on
geez,
target.
man.
Stay on target.
Depending, I was gonna
My
joke,
internet
depending on
just
how
came
the
back on.
phrasing, he could have
Hi.
been pedantic with arcades and seen it as though the old style of shopping arcades rather than the like video game arcades.
Shopping arcades?
Yeah,
Mm.
you haven't heard of those? They've been around for like over 100 years, I believe. Hell, there's one in my area from like the 1920s, I think.
Really?
Grim, I want you to know I do not ever speak of my true age here on the server. So I have to go and say that no, I do not know about these arcades.
What's age have to do with it?
Everyone got so quiet. It's just like, wait, what? Just-
Oh,
All right, I'm sorry. I'm about to probably break the video. I'm gonna get on my computer, which now has internet.
Do it, do it, do it.
Do it.
Bye bye.
So, with that being said, now that Leo is gone,
Yes.
allow us to take all of you, and we're going to put Leo inside the microscope. How can we do that? Let's do
When
something
was
fun
Leo
real quick
born? Quick, Melanie.
They are
before
90.
me.
1990.
Jeez.
1990.
Then, oh,
The jig is up.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no. Oh. Oh no.
So, I'm going to say that Santa Claus was a fairy.
Yes.
That's pretty standard.
I don't know why. It's just honestly, like, to be honest, I'm looking at my bookshelf right here, which you guys can kind of see in the video. But
you have
that
fun
was
stuff.
like jumped out at me.
And I see a Cheshire cat there that I just noticed just now, and the abominable
Yes.
snowman.
The
I have-
Cheshire Cat was also a vampire, and so is Doctor Who.
The Cheshire Cat is definitely Fae,
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
so
That seems good.
don't argue with me. You won't win.
Oh God.
Well, agree with
Hello.
you. I'll add to that. There's
Kind of a threat.
There's an old Scottish legend of a cat-like fae that would cause mischief, known as the cake seed. It would
Oh, the cat Sith.
The-
How do you
How do you spell that?
CAITSIDHE, I think it is. Sometimes spelled
Yep.
Sith like SITH.
Oh, okay. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
If I try to say
Yeah.
that word, my reality is gonna collapse in on itself. I'm gonna choke on my tongue. So I'm just gonna let you guys say it.
Yes. I don't think I ever knew how to say that, but I have definitely seen this written and read about these things,
Yeah,
and
Emily's
that
family
delights me.
started that.
I just did the lazy, ignorant way and said Cat Sith or Kate Sith.
That's how most people pronounce it.
It's
Yeah.
a feline Sith Lord.
Do it.
I feel like the Sith as a whole would get along really well
I can teach.
with cats.
How do I learn
my
how to
gosh.
purr? I can
So-
teach you this
Give in to
skill, but
passion.
it's unnatural.
Grammel has posted up. Circus was mentioned earlier. Vampires are being shown at the circus like the bearded lady.
Ooh, so someone exposing us.
I guess the question would be: are these
Exposing.
actual vampires or are these,
That
you
could be
know,
for fun story elements.
You
vampires?
tell us,
Could be like the-
Grammel, are they actual vampires or?
Is it breaking
probably-
kayfabe?
Would be a mixture, right?
Could be like the old freak shows where they just were dressed up to look like certain things even though they weren't.
Like the bearded lady could actually be a lady with a beard, or it could be a lady that is wearing a glue-on beard.
Grammel is saying
Question.
actual vampires.
For you guys that know how the roleplay system works,
Yes.
is the masquerade, does it cover fairies and everything else?
The
unnatural, or
masquerade
it
is
just
only for the vampire,
Yes.
established by them to go and keep themselves safe, unless the DM says otherwise. Because I don't know.
In the book, it does mention any supernatural, so it's to keep. It is mostly just for kindred, but anything that gets too uppity that they do that could, they are very much exposed vampires. So if a changeling were to expose themselves, depending
Gross.
on depending on the prince, they could take action against that. It could likely start a war. That's why many storytellers put in a council for a vampiric prince to be there, a fae and werewolf.
Imogen, if you will.
Well, I think Grammel's idea works fine.
Indeed.
Considering I'm going to be a wrestler with a vampire gimmick.
Yeah.
That does work pretty well with.
Is this before your
that.
vampire or during your
Just-
vampire
I'm ready
times?
to play this character.
Just hiding in plain sight.
Okay, so it's during your vampire.
Which, mind you, and this is me interrupting, but if you guys have not seen Tiwal in his luchador mask yet,
Oh
I
yeah,
have it right
it's
here
fantastic.
if you would like me to show
Yeah.
it.
because
It's
I
fantastic. Yes,
love
do
it.
it.
I love it.
Hell no, I think we should save it. Okay.
Save
I
it?
think we should save
Well,
it.
they could just
So
get
when
on,
you-
Pause.
they could just get on the Discord and see it.
It's on the Discord.
Join
But they
on
haven't
it.
seen
That's
it in
why
live.
they need to
They haven't seen it in live action yet. That is true.
Oh, okay.
You gotta-
So if you
You
want
gotta,
to
you gotta
see
hold
it, you
on
gotta
to that
go
money
the
shot, baby.
Discord.
Yeah. You gotta hold
The
on
way
to
you
that.
paused, it looked like his
Okay.
big mask because you couldn't see anything else.
I mean, I can agree that there
I
is
know it's
something to
not.
say for
That's what it looked like
yes.
for a second. I'm like, wait a
We should
second.
delay the pleasure, so to speak.
Oh
You,
my.
you gotta edge him, baby. You gotta get him right to that point.
Uh-huh.
So where?
Hey, baby, would you like me to put it on?
Yeah.
Remember to
Oh,
donate.
no.
If we get 2 subscribers, maybe you can flirt with it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Smart.
I'm
This is
gonna
why.
knock you guys out. Yeah.
This is why we need. This
I
is
know
why we need
people.
other people on here because I don't do any of that. Smart.
I
We
don't
got
either.
smart folks with us, thankfully.
Okay, Melanie, where are you putting your Santa?
Oh, I
Claus?
don't know. And actually, now that I think about it, I think that I already put in something similar. I was kind of trying to find it. I think I said something like, no, I did because I was thinking about the Tooth Fairy. It's number 9.
Mm,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that falls under
Yeah,
that.
we just put a good, yeah, we just gone and like add it on, like you know,
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy,
That's an edit
Santa,
right there.
El Cuco, dun dun dun.
Now,
The
for
Spanish
the
movie, man. For those of you who don't know.
Now, for those who aren't aware, Francisco's character used to work at a circus.
Yep.
So, where should we be putting your
I'm
circus?
unaware,
Is
so
closed
thank
down.
you.
What?
I am unaware, so thank you. I'm learning.
I am still learning.
Let's see. Where should we put Grandma's? Let's say.
Oh, we should put that on a shirt. I am still learning.
Bro,
Uh,
and
Do we have a PDF of the Masquerade game
The-
floating around
The-
somewhere?
The book itself? Yes.
Yes.
What I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to repost your links, and I'm gonna label what they are,
That's
or
fair.
you can edit your stuff because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think people are knowing those are what they are.
Yes, I will
They're not
edit it.
reading. Okay, because like in big bold, like this is the Masquerade rulebook. This is our
Yes.
Okay.
microscoping or something.
I will do that.
Oh,
Can
thank
I
God.
ask where is that posted?
In the
It's in the
links.
user links. Yeah, the game links or
Oh, boy.
whatever. Links to games.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm thinking during the Vietnam War, we're going to put in Grammels.
Okay.
What are we putting in for?
Number 28.
Oh.
Vampires are being shown at the circus like the bearded lady.
Are we? Ooh, that could be like something that's happening in Asia at the time being.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said immediately assumed the minor proxy wars as Vietnam. Like, I said proxy
Yeah,
wars. I didn't
I would
specify.
say that the circus could be even earlier.
Oh, really?
The circus was a proxy war.
Circus has been around for a very long time.
Okay.
like
Where
late
shall we put it then?
1800s.
Not what I thought it was.
So, right? Like late 1800s?
Even earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Even earlier than that?
So,
Yeah, the bread and circuses. It's like depending on your definition, it's been there since Roman
I'm
times.
trying to figure out, like, okay, so 16 is 1922. So,
so if
I'm
Dr.
looking
Blue was-
for the modern format, and it says around 1742.
Okay.
The modern format. Okay.
Let's put it as the Vatican establishes first formal hunting, vampire hunting. Let's put it before that then. Before.
sweet.
Thank you, Grandma! And thank you, everybody who
Grandma.
helped.
Thank you.
I'm gonna change my username color so that it matches my bright red shirt.
Amused. Like a lot
I
of
like
my
it.
things are just like only slightly altered historical events, and everyone's just like, I'm going all over where like I think I should be slightly less serious about this situation.
Wait, whose turn is it? It's still
Not
your turn.
mine.
Oh,
Still
Who's
Melanie's technically, because she just did an edit.
yeah, you just did an edit.
That would be
Oh.
Let me fix this.
I I was not prepared to be number one.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
I'm sorry.
Let
Leo's
us know
ready.
when you got one. But
At least I
Melanie,
kind of have.
you should have known that you were number one.
I know. You're always.
You are.
I should have.
Yeah.
I should have because I am amazing and corny.
Yes.
Shame upon you for doubting yourself.
And
Confusing emotions.
And humble. Don't forget humble.
Very humble. The humblest ever.
yes. I have all of the good traits. I'm trying to think of things Faye like, and I was reading about the clans or listening to videos about the clans, and I should have started with fairies instead of the clans so I could prepare for this, but I am not very good at being prepared, if you guys have not noticed.
No, don't even.
Surprise,
worry about
I
it.
apologize. Only like
Okay.
the tiniest bit.
Okay, I got something.
Okay, go for it.
It's not like a great thing, but I'm seeing if I need to edit somewhere. Otherwise,
Munchie.
There's a cat on my
I feel like I'm cheating if I make an edit with this, but I'm probably gonna edit with it, even though I don't have a second idea ready.
Just do it.
Okay, so on F, on number 36 of the nuclear meltdown of all 4 Chernobyl reactors,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say the invention of the internet is excelled due to the need of, I want to say, like, information economy.
Sure.
Globalization.
Yeah, that's like, I'm like, what's the word?
I will go and say that might not even have to be an edit. You could just put that as a historical fact.
I agree
that's
with
true.
Daniel.
That's true.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's pretty spot the fuck on. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's like a big thing that happens because of everything else.
You might
Oh,
want
hello.
to shift tab when the
Shift
leather
tab.
pops up.
Hello,
No,
my
but-
love.
Oh, with the
Make
process.
leather F, and then shift tab. There you go.
Okay, I'm not used to my PC because I'm like, I'm trying to do my keys.
I also have a thing if that I've been thinking about, and I put some
No,
thought
don't
into
step
it.
on the keyboard. No.
I was like, why did you do that, Emily? Why
No.
did you read?
The cat
Mochi-
has an idea. Let it
I
type.
was gonna say, just say meow meow.
So this will be. I almost want to make it even maybe earlier than Chernobyl, but I
That's
don't
pretty
really have
early.
a reason for it. Well, Chernobyl happened in 1986, and the internet was invented the internet became really the internet like 4 years later. Like it's really not that much of a shift earlier, but I want it to feel like an 80s more modern internet. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
Like I want the internet to be bigger in the 80s.
I love.
I hope that will make sense to everybody.
Yes. I love that you added Munchie's typing.
Did we
Who
lose
did it? It
Brent?
wasn't me. I'm gonna.
Grim, are you still there, Grim?
Oh, he's eating.
Dude, just eat on screen. We all do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add.
Where in the gosh, where are the changelings in this PDF?
Oh, changelings have their own book. Let me get you the changeling book.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Yes, my love. Oh, my love, my beautiful.
You know, this occurs to me. Is it okay if I went for a changeling instead
Go for
of
it.
What's a changeling? I don't know what that is.
a fairy?
Don't worry about it.
It's like they call the kindred or the vampires are kindred and not vampire.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have another one. I was gonna make that an edit and then make another one.
Go
Hold on,
for
I'll
it.
do
Go
my
for
next
it. Go for
Alright.
it.
Just do it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking back on this Sargon fragment. I don't know what that is, but I'm very excited about it. All right. What are the Toreador? What are they?
Those are the
Celebrity
sexy ones?
vampires.
Or, yeah.
Or-
I always
yeah.
get Toreador and the ones that are political mixed up.
I don't remember what the Bruja are they? What
No,
are the other ones?
Oh, the
Ventru, yeah.
blue. The
Oh,
blue
yeah, I
are
don't
the
know
rebel
enough.
types. Free
Okay, I don't
spirits,
remember
if you
enough
will.
about that one.
I'm a Bruja. Guess that's my plan.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are welcome.
What? Oh, talk about sheet. Make it. Oh, make it.
Ah. I could
This
spell
is a
that great.
website and not a PDF.
Oh, wait, I did not send you the PDF? Whoopsies. I'll just Google it.
Oh my.
Wait,
All right.
I
number
appreciate both.
41.
wait, you didn't get
Radioactive fashion.
You didn't
Yep,
get the
certain colors are
What?
very radioactive.
This is
I mean, this is definitely the
Poppin'.
book,
Oh, okay.
but it's not a PDF of the book. It's a website.
Yeah. Let me get the actual Z library. Yeah, so you can download it.
Oh yeah, Z Library. It's good stuff. We gotta be quiet about that.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't using that website.
I mean,
What website?
No.
what?
No.
There is no website. There's
Exactly.
Only
Websites.
Zool.
only legitimate ways to buy things.
Right.
Products?
Actually,
I
I
mean, you
am
wouldn't
wearing
see it
one
on
of
the
the
DVD.
I'm wearing one of the radioactive colors
You can download
actually.
a card.
You would. Dang, friend, you beat me to it.
All I can think of is the really weird modifications people 3D printed for guns, some of which are not safe for work mods, shall we say?
Yeah.
For handles.
I'm in a commercial. Okay, all right, done. 41 was added.
41 was added. 41. I have and check your DM Discord. What?
I was trying to be subtle, damn it.
I'm sorry.
We're organized!
Check your DMs.
I'm sorry.
What are you saying to me?
I'm sorry.
Check your DMs from Francisco.
What's this? I have a message from Francisco. It says,
That no one is supposed to know.
check
about.
out my nudes? What?
Yeah.
Enjoy the dick pic.
So
Is
I'm
it
going to do
showing?
an edit. Well, it's kind of like a continuation, the fashion industry for the Toreadors. I'm going to say for I'm going to first edit fashion industry for Toreadors. And for
What?
Nosferatu,
Actually, you say.
An O.
wait, what? Nosfer.
Nosferatu. I think it's an O.
Nosferatu.
Ah,
An O.
it's an O. Nosfer.
Nosferatu.
No.
That's how I spell things. 'Cause I like say it like sub
I am a super terrible speller. Spelling
Subplay.
check usually helps me, but not here. Thanks a lot, spell check.
Yeah, it's fucking drop the
It
ball.
does not compute.
Where
You see, the vampires have made it so that it doesn't spell check words like Nosferatu.
No!
Ah,
Okay.
yes.
What are those
You
called?
know too much.
The masks that are the happy and the sad masks.
Oh, the
those
theater masks?
theater masks.
Yes, that.
The tragedy comedy ones?
Yes. I spelled
No,
check
just
again.
imagine Nosferatu trying to be sneak, going around like a harlequin. Tiggy, yes.
Pay no attention to the man in the theater costume.
Everything
Okay.
is fine.
Everything's
I hate this town. Why do I stay here?
Ooh, I remember what this color is called. Fiesta wear.
Oh god. No, not the art talk.
Okay, I'm going to put as my main one number 43. Fiesta wear orange. Ooh, I do like your colors. Right.
I could get a tag to change.
Um,
Oh, Fiesta wear.
I'm going to say
Very radioactive.
a larger presence of Nosferatu are being brought to the Prince of England.
It's like, which prince? This is important.
Harry, obviously.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why are they being brought? Are you gonna tell us?
No.
Damn it.
Maybe somebody will do some editing.
Yes.
Wink.
Okay.
Prince of England likes to eat Nosferatu.
You have one that you wrote down from last time.
But it's not my turn.
Oh
He
shit!
feeds
It's
Oh,
not
wait,
your
wait.
turn.
You're looking at the wrong screen.
Damn it!
So wait, I don't think Norway got added. Do you remember that?
Wait, which one?
What?
Norway.
What about Norway?
Sweden and Norway combined due to
Oh yeah.
radioactive.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Norway.
I don't think
Oh, I
it
thought
should be
you were-
called Norway, but that was what we kept calling it.
Oh, I thought you were just joking
forgot
around
all
about
about
that.
that.
I didn't know there was supposed to be an actual point somewhere.
Where do
Oh,
we want
man.
to put that?
I guess we could put it as a Chernobyl edit.
Yeah, let's add. You want to add that?
I'm not calling it Norway. I will think of a better name.
Damn it.
I think Snorway is a perfect name.
Exactly what a changeling would say.
Oh,
Dang, if it's Sweden and Finland, it could be Feeden.
Eden.
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 I think that Kindred would love a country called Eden.
It's actually a trap. Is actually a trap made by the Vatican. No one returns from that place
Oh.
Oh lordy.
except the Catholics. It's for the really dumb vampires.
What we got going on? Who's next? Who's next?
Someone's
Miguel.
eager.
Miguel is next.
It's me! Oh,
Hey,
well.
don't you try to keep us on
I
track.
have a fantastic edit.
Mm.
Oh wait.
Do you? Do go on?
Oh crap. Let me look at the map to make sure I have these countries in the right place in my mind. So I'm not doing it right. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh,
Mhm.
wait. You're the blobfish?
No!
It could have been Needin.
Wait. Are
Okay.
you blobfish, Miguel? Are you just
He is blobfish, I suspect. I don't know who else would be blobfish in typing that. He said he had it.
it's canon now.
The combined country is dubbed Norway.
Don't
Well,
forget to
The common folk. So you still have an
thought-
opening to give it an official name.
Okay.
Oh, hello,
Common
this-
folk.
I love that so freaking much. I shouldn't, but I do.
What's your act? Let's see.
Can I wait? Can I take my turn and add an edit?
Once Miguel has done his, yes. Because you just did an edit, Miguel. What's your main one?
Skip around, would you?
I'm not really sure. I haven't thought of anything that I like, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and skip.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Melanie.
I see how it is.
Danny didn't get a turn, did he?
I have not, but I got one in the chamber, baby.
He's last.
He's last.
Melanie's recalling her turn.
I know.
Okay.
The combined country name was actually created by Faye.
Did the Fae call it Snorway?
Yes, because it was funny.
That's pretty on point for them.
Yeah, so the combined country name of Snorway was actually created by Faye, whispered into the
And
ears
that's when
of
we
the
lose all
common
of our
folk.
Norwegian and Swedish watchers.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
All 0 of them.
We've got that one guy from Norway named Petra. I cannot believe they're doing that.
Indeed, with this Norwegian fellow, I believe.
It's going to be deeply offended.
I don't know if combining politically is the right word. I'm trying to make them almost like the same country. I'm like, what would you call that?
Alliance?
Ooh,
Their
yeah.
borders combined? Combined borders?
They drop borders. Borders.
Join forces?
Join borders, join forces.
Consolidated?
Assimilated?
But which one
Assimilation.
assimilated into which one? Because usually it's like a bigger
Sweet-
thing. Absorbed
Sweden
War.
and Norway.
Go through
Sweden and
osmosis
Norway
together.
collapsed to create a new country together.
I guess. Is that how you say that? I'm just gonna
Sweet.
leave it like that until I think of better.
Okay.
It's fine.
Scrapple, but radiation.
It's fine. As long as it's called Snorway, it's fine.
We're gonna
That's just-
alienate
Welcome to
country on
Norway.
Two whole countries.
Norway.
I like how you immediately say a whole country rather than two countries. Like, oh.
No,
See,
that's
so
what
they
happened.
combined
I
you.
want you to know I dated a Norwegian girl by the name of Petra for the longest time, and she would find that shit hilarious. So I
Oh.
think we'll be fine.
This is
I
good.
think
I
we'll
feel
be
like
Well, now you dated a Snorwegian girl.
Norwegian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man, the Vikings would.
good.
Oh, they're actually, y'all actually did specify the
Oh yeah,
Vietnam
and this
War. I did not know.
in some
I
weird
didn't
way
notice.
wanted this to affect Miguel's character, but I'm not sure how, so I'm excited.
Let's see. I
Okay.
guess it'd be.
Assuming that he's a Viking from Sweden.
From Norway?
What
You
year
could be
did that happen?
technically a Viking from Ireland.
Man,
So
You would be, like,
who's
a
up?
Catholic.
Who's up? Who's up?
I
Who's up?
am.
Who's up? Go for it. Go.
I'm just
What you got?
jumping right
I-
with this.
So,
I did state that my Viking
Yes.
clan was in the English raids, so I could be from a lot of places.
Yeah, I was
could
like, are
be
you
from-
Saxon?
could
Are you like
Norway.
Snordish?
so,
Nordish.
Consider it done, Grammel.
Nice
I was
spell.
just, yeah, so, Melanie, why don't you read it off?
A town in Snorway is called Grammel.
Noise.
Wait. Should it be the new capital of Snorway?
Wait,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Oh yes.
Grammel is the capital of Norway.
So, there are some new things that you guys can buy, as Grammel has demonstrated. Redeem tabletop RPG name generator for 1,000 points. You are now the capital of Snorway, Grammel. Thank you.
Brava, Grammel, brava. A stroke of genius on your
That was
part.
awesome. Yes, good job.
Is it capital
The
or
Norwegians are very happy with their
It's,
new capital city of Grammel.
Isn't O for like the one of the whole country?
Isn't that?
Well,
No, it's with an A, isn't it?
I don't know.
Now I have to
That's
Google
me.
that.
I don't know.
I'm going to Google.
Google.
All right, whoever's turn, they need to go next while we.
It is
I've
been
Rim's
doing-
turn next.
I've been determining how to phrase this entire time
I was
while
like,
I'm
somebody is
listening.
typing, so
I've been phrasing it and I got
serves,
distracted by the conversation.
Okay, so you're right, Leo. It's with an O.
Okay, yes. If it's with an A. If you do with an O, which is what I typed in, that is the building that the government body means.
Well, that's
Sure.
what it says, but
That's what
I really
Google-
think the capital. That's what the first. Okay, I'm good. Sorry, keep going. Don't.
It's fine. It's fine.
Grandma, forgive me. I'm so sorry, Grandma. I got you on my mind now. Grim, share your
Yes.
delightful idea with us. Help us. Perhaps we can help you build the sentence.
Number 32.
Just like we just destroyed this last one. 32.
Done. 99 red balloons floating in the summer sky.
oh, God.
It even says this means that the state's capital city or building has an O in it.
Is that
Gosh, that's so confusing.
phrasing
Yeah, that
Look.
makes sense.
clear enough to you? Or does it seem a bit
Could
Bloated.
they be weather balloons instead
Indeed.
of regular balloons?
Oh, wait, where are we?
Number 32. Oh, they could
No,
be
look
red
at-
ones.
Actually, for what it's worth, they said red balloons just in the English variation of the song because in the original translation is air balloons. They thought red balloons would sound better
Oh.
because
Nine
there's literally loose
balloons.
balloons being air balloon, but they thought red balloon sounded better.
Gotcha.
So what? Just saying weather balloons makes sense too.
That's a really cool callback. I like that. Okay,
I know that
Fran.
song stuck now.
I know. Fancy.
Wait.
Where's
Oh. Where is this?
You're up, Fran.
All right.
I'm keeping that. Just moving where it might be.
I actually had one. I thought of one like toward the end of the session last time, like
Will
right
you-
before I called it, and I'm gonna add it now.
Hi, Sammy.
Oh, they're done here.
Hola, nena. Hola, bebé. Hi. Oh,
Melanie turned into a tiny person.
oh, it's magic. Black magic.
Hey, magic, perhaps.
It's her mini-me.
Das ist mini-me. So I have been reading up on my
Hello.
job. Oh, look, there's a
It's a
teddy bear.
bear.
It's a plane. It's not Melanie. Wait, Melanie's here. Yeah, it's like, wait. Yes, I'm getting names right.
Number 45.
We're almost there. Now we just need to make nothing but sub points for the rest of the sessions. We'll never be there.
Okay, it is A.
I do think that we should go and since we do have so much of the past, maybe for like to kind of like end it how do you say it in English? Un broche de oro with like a little gold stroke that we hyper focus on the present. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
That way, like we literally set the setting
We're
now
on like
of
the
where we are.
last 5 terms, so that would be our last 5 bullets. So that
Saying
should
people-
probably be a
Saying
good
there are no
idea.
more edits. My next point might just be an edit.
Oh, we can have edits. That's not a problem.
All right, so this is what I added. This
Ooh.
is very,
Fan,
very
my love.
This is 45, so it's the most recent one. An unusual robbery takes place at London's Museum of History. In the Egyptology exhibit, the curator goes missing and various artifacts are found defaced.
Fascinating.
Subtle callback to
Yeah.
the whole Egyptian thing.
Yep.
I
Fran,
like that.
you have inspired me,
Ooh.
and I think I would like to recall my turn.
Do it.
Go for it, because right after that I got one.
Because Daniel, you also have inspired me.
Oh, do tell me, darling.
Where I am going to bring up our timeline to even closer to the present.
Mm.
And maybe this might not completely take place in the 1980s. Maybe we're going into the 90s.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because my event is going to occur in 1989. And it is the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Hey.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
I I like it.
And
That's a
now
good
we're
one.
gonna make it vampire flavored.
Because I got something that might be able to feed into that, and I'm excited.
I still think the story behind how the false start was hilarious is due to a horrible miscommunication.
Which one?
Oh, the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
It's hilarious how it's just like, whoop, too late now, let it happen.
And remember, the Soviet Union, I think, is still around.
Yes.
Oh, this time period, yeah. Like,
they don't.
wait a
They
second.
don't go pop until like the early '90s.
Right. So but it was really funny because they said a lot of people speculate that Chernobyl was like one of the big fractures that caused the later collapse.
Oh, it
So I'm
was
curious
economically
how
it fucked them.
Well, that's why I'm wondering how this is going to affect with all 4 nuclear reactors.
That's true.
Like,
It was
how long
that
will the Soviet
and
Union, or did it empower them to combine and get stronger or something? You know, like something different.
Well, it radiated
it was
a chunk
that
of
and
it.
the CIA involvement in the Middle East as we were funding all of the Mujahideen to be able to go and fight against the Soviets, and we helped bankrupt them when they
No,
were there.
that's how you spell Hasselhoff. Gotta look that up.
Okay.
Hasselhoff? Oh no.
Wait, what?
Wait. Is someone hassling the Hoff?
Like a German spelling of it.
Isn't it 2S?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I got it.
It
And I love
is
that's the
2S.
docile tones of David Hasselhoff.
Are you implying he's a vampire?
What? Oh no!
Oh,
I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to copy his name here.
Oh, just add another F. You should be good with another F. And now you
And now it's bold.
formatting.
It's fine.
There we go.
It's fine. I can fix this.
The
Oh
whole
man.
document just deletes. It's like, ah!
You know what? I'm done. I let go. Someone else can fix it.
It's
I'm
perfect.
done.
Look at it.
Probably.
Though.
David.
Wait, what are you... I'm not touching it. I'm not gonna deal with it.
Miguel, my darling, what did you write exactly? Share it with the world so they all know.
Sorry. My cat was destroying property. During the fall of the Berlin Wall, many items go missing from museums, while the people are distracted by the docile tones of David Hasselhoff.
The Germans do love David Hasselhoff.
They love David Hasselhoff.
Hilarious, and I didn't really know that, so I'm learning.
That's we are still learning.
Okay, Daniel. It is your turn.
I think this would be right in the absolute most modern part of the world right now. So would I put that in present 90s or?
No, right
1989
47.
is
Okay,
when
so
that takes place.
All right, so boop. And I already had it written, so I will paste. Although the most powerful vampire hunters come from the Vatican, there are some extremely well-known and dangerous independent covens of hunters. The most terrifying are direct descendants of Dr. Van Helsing. Their motto, Vera mors omnibus tyrannus, true death to all tyrants.
Are they all related to Hopkins?
Oh, no. They're not all, but one of the most terrifyingly known will be related to Hopkins. Who's Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Hey, Hopkins.
Oh, they're not related to not from Dick. God, I can't.
They are not related to Anthony Hopkins, but Anthony Hopkins is one of them.
He may be one of them though. That could definitely be a thing. But I wanted to go add that in there because I see that we had the Inquisition, but I do feel that it would be the independent contractors, the independent hunters, that are probably the real thorn in the side of like the street kindred, like the folks that are out there. And one of the reasons why the Masquerade is still being intact in certain cities because there are people that are legitly hunting us from time to time. And now
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
And now with the birth of the internet, that information can be shared so freely and so quickly, it's very hard for us to be able to go and hide certain things. So,
Yes.
I think it'd be a fun idea. I also have a question.
Yes.
From what I was looking at, and help me out because I'm feeling a little dumb. No player character Prometheans. What does this mean?
Oh, those are
Right? Aren't they
for
like the old vampires?
Prometheans
Oh.
are like your Frankenstein creatures.
Oh.
Okay, so
They
we're not
have.
doing like.
I will make an exception if a player wants to play a Promethean, but my general rule, no player Prometheans, because you have a countdown timer on you. Once that timer runs out, your character never comes back to life. You are dead. You are turned to ash.
Not only that, it's the way Prometheans operate gameplay wise. They are created, they do not have a soul. That hence the countdown timer. If they do not somehow get a soul into their body, yeah, they pretty much disintegrate. The thing is, before they reach that point, they go completely insane and start wrecking everything around them.
Kind of like the Frankenstein monster when it decides to just tear shit up.
I have never had a player that has been able to pull off Promethean without breaking a game.
Dude, that's okay. With
I feel like the game
that,
is easy to break without even that. So like,
Yeah.
with that idea of the hunters, I kind of want to throw it out there too, just in case if anybody, just because I'm a spiteful piece of shit, just in case if anybody ever wanted to have been an ex-hunter that got turned out of spite by some vampire that went and snatched you up, and just really wanted to go and stick it to you. Just in case if anybody wanted a little bit of extra self-loathing in themselves when they were playing Vampire the Masquerade. Which, by the way, and I was actually reading the handbook, and it says something that I thought was really fun. We are not good guys.
No.
And I love the fact that they're so honest about that. It's just like, you can try to be for the sake of your own moral ambiguity, but you're not really a good guy. So yeah, it's I just think that's a fun idea because I know I have a fear of evil D&D games because I've noticed that they usually kind of borderline into the dumb, like it gets dumb
oh,
like
murder
quick.
hobo or
Yeah, like all of a sudden it just escalates into this thing. It's just like, oh god.
We will touch.
Unless-
we will touch into that in a little bit. We're
Okay,
gonna talk
and
about that.
So, and that's actually something that I wanted to go and mention, and because I feel like Vampire helps rein it in quite a bit, because you just can't indiscriminately just go batshit nuts and burn down an orphanage because the child looked at you funny. Although, don't
I
get me
will
wrong, you
say-
could definitely kill somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say, if this is my background at being in many D&D games and even playing evil characters and good party kind of D&D games, I would encourage everybody, even if you're possibly a really bad character, just don't make your evil, like, don't turn your evil on the party. Be evil to everybody else and be immensely good to everybody in the party, or you're going to get killed by everybody else. That's something I've learned.
There's this thing when we were doing improv, like performing improv, that our teachers would pound into our mind. Conflict is not an issue at all, as long as the group can use that conflict together on an outside force. Cause, like what Leo said, causing conflict among others is just going to break a party up.
I like it.
It's like
Yeah, that makes
stealing,
sense.
like, don't steal items from other PCs, you know, like stuff like, even though you might be a thief, don't steal stuff from them. Or, you know, like,
Yeah,
I think we have a blessing though, if you guys have noticed, and I will say it as your DM in Legion. It's not really something that we've had to deal with, and I will share this with all of you fine folks on the internet. As someone who has dealt with murder hobos, as someone who has dealt with, my character would have done that because it's just what my character would have done, and all that type of fun stuff. I want to share something with you, just a quick tidbit, so that the next person that goes up, they have a moment to think. I was playing a cyberpunk game. Cyberpunk was a system that came out in the 1990s. It's extremely broken, and it's and you pretty much roll your stats with a D10. No, I think it was percentiles. I can't remember. Long story short, they were getting into a house of a tech mogul. They find the tech mogul's wife bleeding to death. She has been attacked. The mastermind thief that is with them decides to slit her throat. This character that has all this information, that has seen the person that has attacked her, and they were all okay with it. And I'm just kind of there like, What? Because
Uh,
you see, as a DM, I refuse to be the person to say, "Oh no, you can't do that." So it happens, and this was probably like the second game I did in the entirety of the whole time I've been doing this. And my brain broke. I had no idea what to do. I could not fix it. And it is the first time I ever actually got upset with a player. And that's never happened before. So it's one of those things that it was so silly because I literally had that moment of like, I'm gonna murder you. Just like I'm gonna kill everybody in this room. And it's just, it was just murder hoping to be murder. And then they burned down her house. Because, again,
I-
perfect amounts of sense. Oh, because they covered their tracks, they said. So they literally
Okay.
went from, yeah. So it literally went from, because they decided to start stealing stuff from the house and all. Like it became a investigation that turned into them robbing money, robbing jewelry, and they didn't want to get caught because they were working for somebody. So they just burned down the house and they blamed it on the person that attacked them. And I realized it's just like, oh, you are the baddies. You guys are the bad guys.
Oh,
So-
we the bad?
I feel like one of the most important things, besides the fact that we're doing this to have fun, is if you're, in a group, is, think about, even if you're playing an evil character in a good guy group, is, you think about, why are we here? We're here to play a game. And so you have to, even if it's maybe not something your character would do, you have to come up with a reason why your character would do this. And there's always a reason, If you're an evil character, maybe you're just in it for the money, and that's okay, There's still a reason why your character is there, and a
Establishing
reason
the
for your
goal.
character to cooperate.
Mm.
And also sometimes you have to be okay with changing your character, something that your character would do. And an example is last night we were playing a game, and my character is a rogue and has a totally legitimate reason for keeping all of the gold that she finds, because she has a very large family, and the reason why she became a thief was to help her family. And so she sends all the gold she gets to her family. And then somebody said that they were just going to trust that we were just going to split the gold up later, and I realized that, okay, the other players are not necessarily going to realize that this is a thing and that they need to stake a claim on this, and I need to change the way that I'm going to do this to be more friendly to the players.
I like it.
And so,
And
doing that.
And I think I have a suspicion, and I don't know, you guys have played this vampire game, is that everyone, we're all evil, kind of in the nature of the game, but because evil people burn themselves out in real life, right? Like, if you're mean to everybody, you don't have any friends.
Speak for yourself.
The book
There's
itself.
correct.
The book itself gives a warning, because rape,
It does.
murder, these are all common occurrences in Masquerade. So, for me personally, I struggle with anxiety and depression and PTSD and sexual assault. So as a DM, I am worried about putting this onto other players. So I've always had a fear of doing Vampire the Masquerade before in the past, and it's
why don't we just have a ban list? Things we aren't allowed to do.
One thing that I actually don't like doing that, because I don't mind role playing it out if everyone is consenting to it. So normally,
And I feel that our crew is actually pretty in tune with you, if that makes sense.
What I normally do in other Vampire Masquerade games, it's always been in person, except for one game that was online. I would give everybody an index card with an X on it, and you would just simply raise that card, no questions asked. We bypass that completely, so you can use it for anything. We had someone that was trying to quit smoking, so if I had a character that was smoking, he could just raise his card so it wouldn't trigger him. Anyone that was dealing with young vampires, fledglings that had just been turned, he wasn't comfortable with a young fledgling, a child fledgling, raise the card, not an issue. someone in a plane.
Be uncomfortable with raising my card. I would like to just tell you what I don't want to be role played, and I would hope that we would all agree on that. Like,
I think that's great to have a gray line or red line. That would be great. But me personally, when playing a dark game, there are things that we do not plan for. That like a torture scene that could come up, which you didn't even consider to put on a list. So I raise the X card as well whenever playing Vampire the Masquerade, as the DM. Like What? What, Leo?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said that's a cool idea.
Oh, okay.
That is a cool idea.
Okay.
No, it just you broke up for a second because I only caught like one thing of it too. But but I think and I think our audience can see that, because there's moments in Legion that things get kind of dark, but they also get race stupid. And if we're really gonna be honest, let's truly be honest, everybody. All of you have been watching since the conception of this horrific creature that this channel is. There's a bunch of dummies here, and we're gonna be okay. And all of you are gonna be okay too. And if there's same thing to the audience, if there's ever something that's kind of not cool, feel free to let us know. We like all of you, and we like having a good environment. And the good thing is, and I can say as your DM in another campaign, I trust all of you immensely. And I think that we're going to be pretty solid in that. Thankfully, we don't have any edgy, like the Lord Edgelords types in this group, which I'm so thankful for.
Vampire Masquerade draws a lot of those.
I normally would agree 100% with what you say, but Vampire the Masquerade has, every campaign that I have done, everyone has been full intention of, oh yeah, it's just going to be a fun game, nothing too... No.
Yeah, no, and then
it draws out all
happens.
the murder hobo tendencies that you never get to do. The book warns you that you are not the hero in this game at all. You are a murderer in these games.
That's fair. I mean, and that's actually, you know what? That's actually a pretty fair assessment. Because if we're going to be honest, because for those of you who don't know, I plan on playing kind of an idiot. And he's not a dummy. He's just very.
Please don't play a super idiot. I'm gonna ask
you.
Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
No, not even close. Not even close. The thing with Wagner is that Wagner is because of his transformation as a Nosferatu, he has become difficult socially. But he isn't. He's also a monster. The fact is that, just like M says, what we're playing are monsters. He has to eat, and he does not get vitae from animals. He has to get it from the living.
Nosferatu actually is one of the few that get a lot.
If you get the power, yeah, I was gonna go and say you gotta work with it, and you gotta build up to it.
But
so it's one of those.
Now, one thing I have
they can drink from rats, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Now, one thing I have done for past players who were uncomfortable with draining humans for drinking from humans was I would allow them to eat from animals, to drink animals' blood.
Nah, baby. I'm gonna open up an old boy with the cold ones and just.
If you want to do that, absolutely. But if anyone else doesn't feel quite comfortable with doing that, that is absolutely fine, because it is a dark topic.
We just evolve into we should even put on the list vampiric orgy of violence.
As a vegan, I think we should just eat people.
Fair.
I'm just kidding. I'm just being shitty.
That's fair.
Are you just
to get back on track, we only have 3 left, so let's try to finish. So Melanie, you are up.
Melanie, are you there?
It was the sheer silence of the moment.
Like, Melanie,
just say, I'm here. I'm alive.
I am. I have ideas. I have all the ideas because I am corny and amazing.
We're gonna say another.
Amazing.
We're gonna say the Easter Bunny is a vampire.
Shut up.
And
Shut up.
I love you so much.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I love you.
kick you out.
Easter Bunny had
You can't. You love me too much.
the Easter Bunny had it together with the red
You're
cat.
right. I do.
Walter Elias Disney was a vampire.
Burn, burn.
Actually,
I feel like he was probably.
You know,
He is
he
the
was probably
prince
funding the hunters.
of Anaheim.
considering the empire that the Disney company now has,
Oh
I
my
could
God.
totally see
Disney would be a
someone-
Ventru, 100%.
Yes,
Walt Disney
exactly
would
what
be
I
a
was going to
Ventru,
say.
and he'd be a
That's
terrifying.
exactly what I was
Ventru,
going to
top it all
say.
off.
Yes.
What is that thing where
Come to
things
Uncle Walt.
can no longer be trademarked after 75 years or whatever, and Disney overturned that? What is that called?
Oh,
Copyright.
Public
Is
domain.
it just copyright?
We're talking about
Yeah,
the free use
Public
thing?
domain. Well, it becomes
Yep,
public,
public
domain
domain, yeah.
after so many years.
yeah.
And
You
then
mean all the
Disney was
remakes?
like, well, and Disney was like, no, we want a law that lets us get around that because they wanted to keep Mickey Mouse.
Mm,
And I feel like that's a very vampire thing.
yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. I could
That
definitely
is
see
vampire
Disney.
Walt Disney hanging out in his secret office, which is
Built all
located
these
under
titties.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I love it.
It's not a frozen
is a
head
lot.
that's down there. It's actually him.
I
And
feel
he's
that
just
that would
telling
be
his
fucking
minions,
terrifying.
we will keep that fucking mouse to ourselves, and I'll be damned. I'll be damned if it goes to public domain.
You know what
Now-
happens if anyone tries to go get copyright, huh? Yeah, we just go to your house and burn it with your family inside. Huh? Oh boy.
I mean, we're coming
Don't
up on
forget
like
Even better.
Cinderella,
Voice that
and-
mouse in the first fucking place.
I was gonna say,
Please
Yeah,
don't
Mickey
add it
Mouse
on
is
there,
better.
but I want it to be understood.
instead
You
of
know what I mean? Like
Instead
I
of
want
burning your
us
house
all
down,
to know this.
they make
Don't
you
add
join
it.
the happy family.
What are we knowing but not adding?
The Walt Disney thing.
is a vampire.
I
They make-
mean,
They
Is
is
make
there a
a
you
reason
attract
why we can't
people.
add it?
The
Because it
prince.
will add to the 50, and I don't want Disney
true.
to be added to the 50, because that will mean he gets more money in our
The Prince of Anaheim.
But does it count if I started adding it before you said not to add it?
I'm
it
next,
doesn't.
so that's totally fine.
Where
I
is
guess I'll
it?
get-
Control
Where is it?
Control
You gotta-
C,
you-
Melanie. It was
you
between
gotta-
17
you gotta-
and 18.
You gotta love how she literally just turned around. She's like, "Oops, too late. I've already begun."
I already did it.
typing."
But
I
I
the-
can see where you did it.
That was very much
Number
like the
under
Watchmen.
18.
It's just like, we're here to stop you. Stop me. I pulled that lever. I pushed that button
Okay.
20 minutes ago.
Like, what's his name from The Watchmen that's like, I don't monologue, I killed you 30 minutes ago, or whatever.
I
Like,
killed you 30 minutes ago. And then they blew him up because Dr. Van. Well, spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen that movie.
that comic has been around a little while,
Hey.
guys.
That is
So
true.
It's a spoiler.
V for Vendetta?
Sorry. No, this is The Watchmen.
No, well, no, V for Vendetta has a moment like that too, or at least the movie anyway, where he goes to the female doctor and
and she
she wakes
already
up and
got
they have
the-
a conversation and she's like, so when are you gonna kill me? And he's like, I killed you 10 minutes ago.
Oh, that's
You are,
right.
I have to have time to talk to you, but I already killed you.
Yeah.
Gotta make this dramatic.
God, that was such a good movie. That was a really good movie. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
The book, or the comic
Um,
book's pretty wild too.
Oh, it gets
It's a little bit
nuts.
more messed up though.
So there are the clan leaders, which are called princes, right?
Yes. Well,
Are
no,
there-
not clan
Oh.
leaders? They a prince can have any clan under their reign.
Okay.
They're basically.
Are there, when it comes to Ventru specifically, are there like, the matriarch or the patriarch who is the leader of this family of Ventru
Yes.
or something like that?
Typically, yes. Usually your sire.
I want you to add, or I can add it as an edit, that Walt Disney is the Prince of Anaheim and the Prince of Lake Buena Vista.
What is that? I don't know what that is. What are those?
Lake Buena Vista is the piece of land that Walt Disney owns in Florida.
Oh, that's the Disney World.
Yes.
Yo. No, wait. I thought we were talking about the actual apartment complexes that are in Disneyland.
So
It's the whole kit and caboodle.
So like, and I know that that's cool. I didn't know. You know more about Disney stuff than I do, but like I know that in Disney World, it's probably like super obvious to everybody but me. They have parts of the soil like that's actually like Japanese soil and like Swedish soil, and that's Epcot.
Epcot, yeah.
I think that would be very powerful to own.
Prince
shit,
of Anaheim and what else?
Lake Buena Vista.
Yeah, Buena Vista.
Yes.
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
Also, you mentioned that, Leo, that they have dirt from all over the country.
Wait.
All over the world.
He's not a
the
venture.
world,
He's a
that's
Timothy.
Yeah, it's like
He needs
Yeah,
to sleep in the ground of his ancient home. He's dangerous. Well, Disney's
So he
just
might.
a
It
bot.
would be kind of funny if he was from somewhere else, and that's why he imported all this dirt to make Epcot.
Oh, that's actually
That's
kind
a
of
clever-
terrifying.
Maybe it's not Disney that's the other clan. Maybe it's somebody else who is involved in the company,
Maybe.
and
I
so
don't
the
know
dirt
enough
is
about
for
Disney
somebody else.
history.
Could have that. But it's too bad we're not really based in Europe, in America at all.
I was gonna go say we're not really.
Wait. There is Tokyo Disney, and there is Disney Europe.
Which failed.
Yeah, there is Euro Disney. It's in France.
Didn't
So
they
this
fail?
will be
I thought it failed.
important. I've been to. I've actually never been to Disney anything except Tokyo
There-
Disney and Tokyo.
There's
was
Tokyo
amazing.
Disney, there is
Mhm.
Hong Kong Disney, and I think there's
Mhm.
another one in China.
I'm kind of afraid of us mentioning the mouse that shall not be named, because I'm kind
Well,
of
a bit late
waiting.
for that.
No, I know. It's just, and for the viewers that are watching, if you don't know, the mouse that shall not be named is quite good at copyright strikes. They are
Yep.
brutal with their
Indeed.
copyrights.
I think we should call Disney something
that
else, like
means
misspell it,
mouse.
or
Big
like
dinner.
we just give it another name that might be spelled the same.
Okay,
way,
his
or
name
Call it-
is Mr. D.
Call it Yensid.
Sorry, I like-
Yensid.
Is Disney backwards, Jensen? Mr. Jensen?
It's just like the
Yensid,
wizard.
And suddenly,
The wizard. It's a
yes,
character.
his name is Yensid.
If you,
It's
if
the
you say-
Sorcerer's Apprentice now.
I
Oh,
feel
wait.
that if we say that name 3 times fast,
putting it
one
in
of us
there.
might just grow like wings or something. I'm afraid.
Here we go.
Okay, Yensid, and then what are we gonna call it? Walt Yensid Company?
No, just call it
No, his name is
Yensid.
just Yensid.
No, but
Yensid.
we're still calling it the Disney Company. So
No,
what
we're
are we gonna
not.
call it?
Yeah,
Oh,
Calling
The Yensid
yeah.
Company?
It's like we're still calling it.
The Magic Mouse Company.
Ooh,
Oh.
I actually kind of like
Oh, okay.
that.
That
Okay.
sounds like
Yeah.
it's drug
Yeah.
related.
Yeah,
I
that
like that,
sounds
though. That's
related.
Magic.
It's like a Magic Mouse Company. They have some good stuff, yo.
The Magic Mouse. It reminds me of who is that rave guy? It's a mouse.
Oh,
Dead
shit.
Mouse?
Dead mouse. Yeah.
Or something like that?
Yep.
Is-
I'm really glad I got that. I did. I was like, yeah, it's like that one
Oh,
mouse rave
I'm
guy.
surprised I remembered that.
I felt so old. In my mind, I just like dead mice. It's just like nope, dead mice.
I like the Magic Mouse Company. That's super cool.
Magic mouse.
All
Oh,
right, are you guys ready for mine?
Yes.
Do it.
I had a funny
All right,
one.
so in the modern era, at least.
I need to double check something.
Oh my god,
I don't know how modern I want it to be, but
Oh yeah, that could work. Well, saying there's any spots left.
I'm seeing if I can edit something. Actually, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna edit 46.
Okay.
46.
It's really like. Okay.
Oh,
Which clan?
You're aware.
is this?
Please tell me that the Ministry is involved in that because that sounds so sexy.
It might be.
So sexy.
Which clan?
Is that
Good question.
what is underwear?
I think they meant
Don't say
underway.
They placed underwear on the Sphinx to restore it.
Also,
I
did
felt
someone
inspired by that guy that commented with the underwear on the anime girl's face. So.
Yes.
Yes.
Different
Uh,
conversation.
A true man of culture.
If you ever look at the
Ah,
what
yes.
the pyramid should have looked like before all of the stuff was robbed off of them, they're like beautiful white, and the gold at the top is also white. It's like a beautiful thing, and I might say that there were other Egyptian things being restored, but I don't know. I don't know enough about the clans to know who would want to do that, but it's gonna have something
The
to do with the
Ministry.
Osiris
Hands
prophecy.
down. The Ministry that will be the Setites formed
Or-
and all that good stuff.
It could be that, or it could even be the God, how do you pronounce the old clan? The
Tamichi?
Tamichi.
No one's really sure how to pronounce it. I've heard it like 5 different ways.
I heard it said on LA Masquerade Nights,
Uh-huh.
and it was Simacy. Now, keep in mind, I'm probably saying it wrong. One of the reasons why I did not play one was because I do not know how to say the clan name properly, and I did not want to ruin it. So for me, I would just want to be called like Elder Dragon or some shit like that because they call themselves dragons
Yeah.
amongst themselves as well. But oh, by the way, my contacts are on their way to me.
Yay!
I'm very excited about that, and I also bought the other fun ones that I showed you yesterday. So I'm kind of
Is
curious to see how those will look.
Man.
It's kind of a funny sentence. I always word sentence is weird till I look at them a few times.
Word sentence, no good.
And technically that was an edit, but I feel like that was a big one.
If you got something else, I'd say put it down.
Yeah.
What's that?
If
Oh, if I have something else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to know if the pharaohs that were inside the various Giza and Sphinx things, are they even still under there, or are they in a museum somewhere else? And I thought about that.
Even
It's like maybe I should try to...
Even odd. Even
Uh,
odd.
Odd. Always.
There are still some that are down there.
I put that on this one. Okay. This will be. And then, man, I'm trying to think of a modern thing to add, since we're doing. Actually, I'm not gonna add any more because I don't want to add because there's 2 more points. So unless I do another edit, which I haven't thought of one, I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
So we've got 2 more, everybody. Let's knock this bitch out. Go for it.
So
Who's next?
There is a clan that is called the Salubri, which are how do you pronounce it?
Oh, forgive me. I just like saying the word salubric.
Salubri.
Yes.
So they
Fear
are,
the veggie.
So they are probably the most innocent vampire clan there is. Their numbers are dwindling because they refuse to turn people unless they're on the brink of death. We can't all be crazy like you. But they are also hunted because of how their blood tastes.
Absolutely delicious.
Why?
It's like chicken.
It's I guess
like
so much more pure.
They maintain humanity, and the fact that vampire vite is absolutely delicious. And on top of that being delicious, when you have a little bit of vampire and a little bit of human, oh, just think of the possibilities of what you could make with that. The sauces. Just think of the sauces that you could do with that. The glazes.
Oh my god.
I'm just thinking of a vampiric Gordon Ramsay.
Oh god. So that would really suck.
So angry. He's so angry.
So they are running out, like they're almost extinct because vampires have been breaking Masquerade to drain them because of their rare blood.
Masquerade.
So I am going to have Prince of not Norway, of
Norway.
Norway,
we have
Prince.
What's that?
the Prince of Norway, the Prince of England, and where was the third prince from? Was it Scotland that we were doing?
I don't know what princes you had.
I think I'm,
There's a Prince of Scotland.
I think I'm doing
I don't remember
there-
talking about it.
That's a
Is
What's
there
his
a
name?
prince of the Soviet Union?
Ooh.
I would like to be. That's good. Yeah,
Are you talking about current princes or
That's
princes
German.
in general?
Current princes.
Okay, I was about to say there was
Name.
Julius Caesar, but he did.
And
He was tied
already
to
a
hell by the Fae.
Basically dead.
I do want to say I am curious if a survivor of Julius Caesar's still around, because the Fae still have to sacrifice someone.
Hey, the Soviets.
Did the
Wait, what about the Fae sacrificing someone?
Every so many years they sacrifice a descendant of Caesar to hell. What
Is
is
this-
Salubri?
Something that's in here?
Yeah, it was one of my first ones I did.
the
It's way up there
Salubri
though.
were the ones that are the most humane of the vampires.
Okay,
Yeah.
And they're
I'm gonna put that in
delicious.
parentheses so I don't forget.
Okay. Feed their prince.
My
foot's asleep.
Fickle.
My foot's asleep.
Are you talking to your cat?
Oh wow.
I was talking to my
I
cat.
was like, that's the cat voice.
Oh, I thought you were just making a squeaky voice.
That's going to be my vampire voice.
Hello.
Oh God.
Master of Darkness.
So the Prince of the Soviet Union was firing Salubri, the most humane of the vampires, and quite tasty, and forcing them to embrace others to feed their prince and his fickle diet. So this would break the Masquerade technically.
That's sick. That's great.
What do you
Oh
mean?
God. Oh, he's a special type of fucked up.
Welcome to Vampire World, yeah?
I feel like some Salubri should have been in the Ukraine. And like,
Which is probably the reason why they keep on trying to swallow it up.
yeah.
Or also the reason why the Ukrainians were able to fight them the fuck back every single time.
Well, they killed millions of Ukrainians through like starvation.
Oh yeah.
Yearly. It was awful,
Hmm.
terrible. But I think I don't know. It'd be fascinating if the Ukrainians were involved.
So
Ukrainians are just a bunch of vampires.
let's add it as an edit. So
Mm,
let's say that the Salubri originated from
Am I rolling dice?
Yes.
Okay, I
what
got
are
her
they
dice
called?
roll.
Where the
Look at.
from a I don't even know how to say
dice.
this.
are they? Maybe they are descendant of Ukrainians.
Have found they have found like a safe place, a safe haven in Ukraine.
Yeah, and now
That
that
could work.
Ukrainians devastated by the Chernobyl disaster, I mean, vampires survive it, so that might be a good place for them. It reminds me, you know what, this is wild to me? Okay, you guys would probably know this. So the ghouls, are they vampires technically? Like
No.
vampire-y?
No.
So,
They are vampire-y as in the fact that they drink vampires' blood, but they have not been turned.
But they
So,
do get
like-
some extra.
So
They
you
think
guys
of them
know the-
as like human plus.
you know, like the liquidators that were in Pripyat, and they had to kill all the dogs, they had to kill all the
Yep.
animals, they had to bury a bunch of land in cement, and then they had to put debris back into the nuclear reactors, like shove it back in. They used humans to do that because the robots kept dying out.
Oh.
So I'm wondering if if you were like a vampire and you were like, oh, I'm like a high up vampire and I'm going to send someone to the Ukraine, you normally would send your ghouls or your minions, which are, I guess, human. And now you can't because it's all irradiated. So, like, really only vampires can go into, like, the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bet that would be a huge pain in the ass.
I'm sure that they would send the Thin Bloods. They're technically...
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Is anyone playing a Thin Blood, by the way?
I'm thinking about one.
So we found safe haven in Ukraine. Many have gone missing. And have been killed. So let's add that edit in real fast to... You want to add that edit in to the Chernobyl?
Yes.
Go for
I
it.
want to put slaughtered instead of killed. Can I do
That's
that?
fair. Go for it.
Because they're like me,
So
right?
we've got one more point, right? And then we are finished. La fin.
Yes.
What you're saying is nothing but edits. Got it.
Whose turn is it now, by chance?
Miguel.
Miguel, apparently.
Miguel, will you please
Should
finish
we,
our Vampire the Masquerade microscoping with the golden
You won't
stroke?
dive in.
Should we give everyone like one last chance to add things?
Yeah.
If anyone's got an idea.
That would bring us to our next step. But yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Will
No, you're
pass.
perfect. Okay.
This is
You're right, I am
established,
perfect.
Miguel's,
Perfect.
Miguel's passing.
Grim, your turn.
Miguel has passed. Who goes? Grim.
Okay.
End it with a golden brushstroke.
I'm not sure it's a golden brushstroke, but it's one that just came to mind since we're kind of in the 90s at this point.
Feel the
Grim, I
pressure,
wasn't
Grim.
asking you. I was telling you to do it. Do it, Grim. Do it. Do it.
Okay, come on. It is,
Make it
let's see.
amazing.
Nah, I was
Potatoes
joking.
are-
I was just thinking about
potatoes are
the
tempting.
Daft Punk being vampire hunters, but I thought that'd just be a bit silly.
Silly to who, Grim? Because that could be cool as shit. Just like...
I'm trying to think.
Daft Punk, yes. By the way, Emily, so the Salubri, you said they're like the most humane of the vampires?
Yes.
Do they not eat humans? Is that what I'm understanding?
Sometimes they do if they're absolutely in dire, but mostly they stick to either starving or eating
The
from
Salubri can
humans.
feast on the radioactive animals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Because I was like, they actually would help the area because you need to kill the animals off
Close enough.
from being irradiated because they hurt people.
Absolutely delicious.
Night events that
Daft
cover their
Punk,
tracks.
yeah.
Oh, I like that. One thing we do have to do is the Thin Bloods were the ones that are sent and having to clean up.
Being used
Chernobyl.
as cannon fodder as they
Okay,
Okay, so the next part is I don't know how much we really need to add or ban things. I think this
No,
would be,
Soviet Union.
I feel like this would be a good time to go over people like what your hard limits are, like no rape, or if normally when I do this, whenever I do Vampire Masquerade especially, or D&D, but especially Masquerade, you guys are going to know a lot of the story before it happens because I talk with each of you and you're going to have an idea of what is going to happen because it is a very dark story and I am very I need to have consent with my players before it happens, before a torture scene, before murder, before rape, before incest, anything like that, because those are all hot topics that do come up in the Masquerade. So you will know before it happens. So you're going to get a lot of spoilers before you typically would in a standard D&D tabletop roleplay game. That being said, is there anything that you guys have that is a hard limit that you cannot have?
child rape.
Fair.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to have that is.
That's actually, yeah, that's pretty solid. That's-
Agreed. No.
What
And
else?
even like vampires that look like children, and I would prefer that as well.
It's funny
No
they
raping
mention
of
that.
children looking vampires.
It's funny they mentioned that because typically turning children is a huge no-no.
Yeah.
and they're usually destroyed.
Yeah.
That's a blaming.
That's
much.
very Interview of a Vampire-esque, and I like it.
Yes. Is there anything
I'll
else?
be honest.
Yeah.
You've known me for long enough. Beat me, squeeze me, tease me. I'm your huckleberry. You tell me what you want, and we'll make it happen. I actually don't have any hard nose besides from actually the one that our compatriot Leo has mentioned. Anybody else? Because I'm, like I said, I just, you see, and this is a good thing, audience, about having a group that you trust. I feel that our players are conscientious enough of the fact that if there's something that's kind of wonky, they'll say it and all that good stuff. Have that communication at your table, because that shit's important.
Yes. My
I
goal-
can't think of nothing, guys.
I actually do have one.
Sure.
Kind
Oh.
of think of it as like a soft limit, if you will.
Sure.
If we're dealing with like sexual assault or anything of that nature, it should be implied or off camera.
Yes.
Or like cut to black type stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Or-
I was.
Or if it happened at another time and nobody sees it happen.
Oh, what's that? What is cut to?
Can we say the same thing of like child murder?
Yes. That's a
Oh,
soft.
it's
was-
word.
Because
Indeed.
Is that a soft limit or is that a hard limit?
yeah,
Okay.
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's-
I think that those are the two things that probably would sexual assault and
Sure.
like honestly like violence to children are probably the things for me that I don't know if I want to say a hard no because I can't I've never played this
Mhm.
and so I don't
Yeah.
know. But at the same time I was trying to figure out how to word that and I think Fran worded it really well.
Right.
We just spitballing, baby. It's all good. But you were saying something, Em.
I do not remember. Let's see. My point of whenever I DM is not like even if we have tense situations, like I have to take anxiety medicine. Like that is a normal thing. My goal is not for you guys if you guys have to take anxiety. Like I do not want to trigger you that you feel like you need to medicate before a game. So even if we have to implement the X cards, like you guys can just take an index card and put an X and just show the camera. We just bypass that completely. Like, so I just,
agree.
I'm worried because we have so many new players and you guys are like, oh no, yeah, we'll be great. We'll just like I see this and I'm like, oh, you guys are so precious.
I am definitely not
say,
saying that. But I feel
Melanie
like
and I have a lot of actual roleplay experience and some pretty dark stuff.
Good.
So I feel
Yeah.
like me and Melanie are pretty.
Okay.
We will say our limits out loud
I
easily.
want to say that I should be okay with whatever. But at the same time, I'm not cocky enough, I think, to like I know that there are going to be limits, but the thing is I don't think that I would be able to articulate those limits. So I personally like the idea of the pass, the X card that's like I just want to skip this. Can we please, no
Yep.
no question, you just like I think that's a great rule, personally.
Okay.
I'm not
anyone
expecting
else-
to ever use it, but at the same time, I think that sometimes you're not going to expect to use it until you are in the
Until
situation.
you actually in the situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Leo, was that your echo?
I was really trying to mute myself before it went off, so that didn't happen.
Does,
It was saying
does
I love you.
Alexa
Actually, I mean,
have? Does Alexa have some things to be added to the list that we need to ban?
Ban
Leo
robot
needs to
violence.
get 8 hours of sleep, because that's what Alexa reminds me. Is like if you go to bed in about an hour or so, you can get 8 hours of sleep.
Oh, you realize that was it trying to ban that. It does not want you to get 8 hours of sleep. It's just like, please,
I'm sorry,
and
I
Leo
can't
from
let you do that.
sleeping.
Just like
But,
9,000 or whatever.
I think with that, I think that's all of them. And what else you got, baby?
We're
What else you got?
Definitely done with the Vampire Microscope. I will post that in the Discord for everyone to see. I just want to go over a couple of things since there are so many of new people here.
Hi, everybody.
Is the yes thing we have to do, by the way? What's the yes thing?
That's like Microscope is weird. Like I feel like it should be sometimes before you do the timeline, sometimes after. But it's like things that you want in your world is what the book says. Like I put Melanie had no modern playthrough. Like no.
I did?
Yeah,
No,
you had
me.
originally. Oh, that was Leo. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was not me.
So,
Although I appreciate that you got us mixed up.
So
It's because we're the same brain. It's an honest mistake.
yes. Oh, don't bite me. Oh, now you lick me. Okay.
Pay attention to me.
Cats are
I am a
definitely a
little
yes.
vampire.
I would like cats to be a definite yes in this.
Yes.
Yes.
Large cats, small cats.
Cats of all
old cats.
sizes.
Cats
Even
of all
cats
sizes.
I have a-
Cats of all colors.
I have a request for either, I guess, the yes or the no, depending on how you want to look at it.
Sure.
Is if you're, I feel like we do this really well in our Legion campaign, and maybe Grim and Miguel may or may not know about this, but if you have an idea, please, like, even not in character, just tell everybody what you're trying to do, so that we can help you do it. Even
Oh,
if you don't
yes.
say it as the character.
If you can't figure out how to say it as the character, or, just sometimes what you need to do is just get it out, even if you say it wrong, because then everyone else can help you how to say it right.
And I know
Yeah, I
a
can
lot
really
of
start in
Okay, so
character. If I
I'm-
can't
I'm
figure it out
happy
then I
that-
go out of character.
I'm happy to know that when I say that I want to kill Wagner, you will all
Oh.
help me.
Well, I would say that it negates
That's
the,
fair.
the anti-meanness to our party rule.
No.
I would say that what we're saying is say what you want to do and we'll talk about it, not we'll do it. So we can talk about killing Wagner.
Until everybody.
I would like to say that, okay, no inner conflict amongst players,
Mhm.
and don't think I'm trying to start something.
Okay.
But I do think that it should be allowed if it occurs naturally.
Oh, absolutely.
That or player.
That way, if we went with that idea, and it would be hilarious.
I mean, just a bunch of good-looking people getting angry at each other, just trying to figure stuff out. I feel like that's just part of what
that's how
Vampire the
it starts.
Masquerade is, baby.
Enemies.
Well, I think it might be fun too, like,
Enemies.
if we talked as a group, if we were like, okay, this new guy, maybe we say it's Wagner or whatever, we need to have him go through a terrible vampire hazing, and we talked to Daniel about it, but it might be brutal. Like, I just don't want Daniel to get his feelings hurt, because we just...
Poor
It will
Wagner
make
has
him
been.
walk on top of Legos.
Oh, God.
So I
Legos
was.
blessed
was
by a Vatican cardinal.
I actually thought we could do something fun to kind of add to this as we get ready for the campaign. Perhaps a little bit of character creation. Maybe not with everybody,
Oh no.
but if you maybe.
Absolutely. Like, I don't think you were here when we did this, but we were going to be doing character creation off stream, but together. That way we can just role play off of each other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because I am totally okay with Wagner being bullied. I am totally okay with Wagner being hazed. I need, for all of you who don't know this, because I'm actually going to go in and give a little bit of a big head to M. M is a better DM than I am. Dum's the facts. Some of you may not know that because you have not seen MDM, which is the reason why I went to M to ask her about the Vampire the Masquerade game, because I personally really want to fucking play it. And so I have nothing but faith in M allowing the torturing to happen to Paul Wagner. With that being said, I'm excited. So how about we go and tell the audience, are we thinking about a possible date? Is there going to be a date, baby, where we're all together to start doing stuff and things?
Our GM/storyteller is looking at the calendar.
I'm thinking August at the earliest.
Makes sense.
You're just staring.
I'll be
down.
honest with you, I don't even know what month we're in anymore.
We
Oh,
are
wow.
at the end of June. We have 1 week left.
Okay.
It's my birthday
So-
month.
Yeah.
So
Go with
keep
the
it-
program, Daniel.
Nothing.
So some of you may not know this.
It's
I actually work.
International Leo Month.
Yay!
It
So
is.
I actually work. I
Celebrate
work
Pride
in.
and-
We celebrate Pride and we celebrate our personal dumb day, and I love it. So it's I work in HR, and I do not exist in the real world when it comes to that. Like tomorrow I have a company walkthrough where Daniel will put on his professional RBF and walk through a facility, check all of its faults and things in it, and pretty much talk to them of why we have to charge them a certain rate because of the amount of accidents that have happened in this company and things like that, and overhead and blah 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 blah. And they will sit with me and they will attempt to lower the number. That's just kind of how it goes. They will always attempt to lower the number. I do not allow them to do that. So it's
Dude,
so,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you just start talking about HR.
No, it's just- it's just-
I
it's just-
have no
I-
idea.
I get
how
what
this
he's talking
relates to
about. I've heard that.
anything.
with
I feel like there was a
You
point to
see
this story, and I
that-
feel like it got lost.
When
no,
you
I do-
talk
I do-
about
Where they got-
when
No,
you
just-
talk
I
about
wanna-
vampires, you need to talk about HR.
No, and
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
kind of what
wait,
it is that and that's the reason why when I
That was
play
dates
when I
related.
play it's a little bit different because in my professional life I'm kind of a cunt. So when in my normal life not so much. So that's the reason why I'm okay with being the butt of a joke and shit like that in the game. I live to bring a story to fruition. I love it.
I would definitely
And-
talk to anybody I was going to be mean to. Also, there's a possibility I might be playing like a super pompous asshole, and I want everybody to know that I'm going to try really hard not to get murdered by the group. And, like, I've actually been thinking of like psychological ways to be like,
My
pompous
God.
but have a character arc, but also like like
Do
maybe
I know what
Fine.
character you're talking about?
condone. I think so. And
Okay.
all this to say,
Fine.
because if you play like a pompous like prince or something,
Nope.
you would get murdered by the party if you acted that way all the time. So I'm like trying to think of how not to alienate myself.
It's that
Yeah.
thing we
Fine.
talked about earlier of doing what your character would do, but not so much that you ruin the point of the game, which is to play with the group of people that you're in.
Yeah, and I would ask like if I was like something like essentially like a royalty like person, I would talk to you guys. I'd be like, how would you feel if I ordered you around? And is this gonna be bad? Am I gonna trigger you?
Do you see? You can't see where the X is on my chest, but please, you feel free to cut deep. I don't.
My-
You lot walk around with fear. I have no fear. Hurt me. Just like
I'm just imagining.
because you see, I want to share that with all of you. Hurt me. He's just like, it is all right. It is okay. I can take a
on
licking
Leo's
and keep.
character.
I can take a licking and keep on motherfucking ticking. It
Now
is
I'm just
okay.
imagining your
to-
character next to little heels or something.
What's that?
Now I'm just imagining your character next to stilettos or something.
Wagner? I don't think that.
No,
Wagner-
Leo's
Oh,
character.
I-
He just stepped on me.
You know what? I saw what Daniel was thinking, and I saw what Grim was thinking, and I was like, you know what? I'm
No.
gonna make Daniel's character wear some stiletto. Like,
Yeah,
you would
give a
have to
special
find
type.
very large shoes for those funky ass feet.
there
Um,
are drag queen shoes.
That is
There are
true.
companies
But I
that
imagine
cater to this market. Okay.
Wagner's feet must look terrifying. It's just like, because I actually have something that I
We're
spoke
gonna
to
make
Emma
sure they're
about.
closed toes. So
I was gonna
that
say
they
please
don't get
because
nails.
Wagner will terrify the people around him if they see his toes. He's very self-conscious about his feet. He doesn't like to
Very
show them to anybody. But I think with that, are we doing anything else in your delicious microscoping for the evening?
We were.
Does anyone want to add anything else? Oh, we didn't add the arcade thing, and I was trying to think of where to stick
right,
that.
arcade.
Oh fuck, we gotta get grandma's Grandma's jammy jam in there.
Okay.
You're
So
Daft Punk.
With that, guys, as you guys are finishing up, the reason why I'm going to ask is because I do have to go. I'm going to be making a call to my sister. We're going to be talking about my mom and stuff like that. But before I go, I would like to say thank you. This is my first microscoping that I've ever done, and it was quite a bit of fun. Thank you so much. So out of curiosity, this is your player now asking DM. This is our crew then.
I think so. Yeah.
it would appear so.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, and then Melanie tried to escape to avoid that.
No, my computer did this weird thing. It does it
Oh, it's
on
fine.
occasion where I suddenly stop being able to hear all of the sound.
I
I don't know what its issue is because I've tried updating the sound card and it doesn't do anything. So I don't know.
So, as an update to all of our beloved audience, you will see some of our new faces and some of your old faces playing Vampire the Masquerade beginning in August as we begin to get the final details of it all. I think you're going to see a good chunk of all the clans too, which is actually really fun and interesting.
Yup.
Some of us are going to be playing dress up because why not? It's a delicious idea.
To a
And
limited
I would like to leave to a poll for our audience and for our
Absolutely.
Discord and for our players, because I have a question. Should I shave this to be able to do full makeup and the whole spiel, or do I keep this? Because I don't mind keeping it too, and I'm gonna let all of you decide. So I'm going to go and let the beautiful audience that is seeing my stupid face right now and all of our players here seeing my dumb face make that decision. Keep in mind, I plan on going whole hog because I don't get to play very often, and I'm very excited to play with people because it's I am the forever DM, it seems. So it's good to go and get a DM back in the seat and me just get to be a passenger in this motorcycle, just going down the road, baby. But and
And
also
that,
I
that being said, anyone who dresses up in character, you will start off with inspiration.
Is there
ooh,
inspiration in Vampire?
There is no inspiration in Vampire, but I
There is
We will
none.
make
They will
inspiration.
make inspiration happen.
Okay,
Yes.
like, how will that work in Vampire?
They just call it reroll.
You
just
know,
did-
Emily is the DM, and what the DM says goes.
Yeah.
I know, I was just curious how that the mechanics of it was all.
Also, I would like you all to go and know that if any of you would like to seduce me in game, please feel free.
No.
We really
Oh.
we want that no.
Manipulation is my highest stat.
I was gonna go say, wait, Grim. Oh wait, Grim, are you? Oh, Grim, are you going up to bed? I'm excited.
It's like, I don't know. It's like manipulation is my highest stat. There's a way
That's
to
fair.
get specialization seduction.
I am really
That is a
excited
legit
to work
thing.
Characters together because I think, especially with vampires, because you're old, you probably know of things that have touched on other things, touched on other characters.
I say
So
that
I'm very
jokingly, but
excited.
there actually is an entire thing about getting the blood in while pretending to be in the act of pleasure. That is
It's
one of the
the-
predator types.
It is the breath of life that you're able to let yourself breathe and taste and feel and be just like a living person. So it's fun
Yep.
stuff. But with that, everyone have a lovely evening. Thank you. The rest of the crew will be here, but I'm going to be heading out for the evening. By chance, we are still getting together on Thursday, right? Just so that your DM knows.
Yes.
Oh, the all's game.
Plan. I know you were taking off in July, so
Yes, I'm going to be taking. Oh, and also to the audience, your DM is going to be taking a day in July. He's going to not do anything for a week because he's going to let his brain rest and think of things that are not D&D or Vampire the Masquerade. And he has a friend that's going to be coming over to go and spend some time with him. And he promised that he would not make her sit down and watch me DM again.
it's very sweet. Very sweet of you.
Because
Very
I have a bad habit that I become hyper focused on what I'm doing, and this poor person will just sit there. And don't get me wrong, they have enjoyed watching me be a fool for the internet, but I don't want to make her go through all that again. So I'm gonna be good, and I'm going to give them a day.
You
Tomorrow I probably will be doing a Maha Monday. It looks like my internet stabilized, so
Yay!
if it stays stable, I'll be super stoked. I won't. I'll probably be doing Minecraft because I haven't. Hades will be later, so I'm excited.
So be sure to tune in for Maha Mondays.
do you have a day picked, Daniel?
Oh, somebody asked me a question and I caught like half of it.
Oh, do you have a day picked that you'll be skipping?
No, not
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting on the travel plans to get finalized. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. It's
That's
just,
cool.
it's,
like
yes.
my brother.
Just
Well,
expect to have to
Okay,
remind
that's
me
okay.
again.
Oh no worries. It's just they're
We'll
flying.
be sure
They're
to put it
flying
on
in.
the calendar for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're flying in, so it's one of those things. But besides from that, also for all of you who would ever like to draw any fan art and stuff like that, please keep on drawing it. I love seeing fan art. Oh my god, my mind was just thinking about that just now. Draw us doing stupid things. I enjoy
Draw
the
me
hell
like
out
your
of that.
French girls.
Draw me like one of your French
That's a
girls.
joke, like, no.
But all right.
Before you head off, I
I'm
think
gonna
this
let
is
you
a
do the
great
Maha.
time to go. So before you jumping off,
Oh.
be sure to join our Discord. It's in our About Us page. That's the best way to support us. It's free to you. Other way to support us that's free is Amazon Prime. Click it in our About page to link your account, and Bezos will pay us his money. Sweet money.
Bezos.
And be sure to tune in for Maha Monday on Wednesday. And then
Maha Monday on Wednesday.
And then Legion on Thursday, and Friday Watch Us Die, and Saturday the B List, and Sunday are you doing Something Wicked This Way Comes?
Sunday, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Your poor intrepid reporter is no longer suffering from his diverticulitis flare-up. Don't get old, kids. It kinda sucks.
Feelings are your own, old man.
Just like, oh god. Getting old is not fun. It's not fun. But yeah. I'll see you on Sunday.
And we'll see you guys later. Okay, bye!
Bye.
Bye.